Hello, my name is Luis Placencia, and I am one of the software developers taking part in the creation of the challenges in CCIC 2021. Here, I will be showcasing two of our Unity rooms, the Hacker Hideout and the Ground Control Station. In each of these rooms, competitors will find questions, clues, physical evidence, and even Easter eggs to not only solve the mysterious crime, but to learn more about cybersecurity and the importance it brings in today's age. Now, let's actually start with the Hacker Hideout. So here I have it loaded up, and let me make it in full screen. Sorry about that. Let's see. So actually this hideout is unwanted guests' main area of operations. Competitors will need to find specific evidence or clues on how this hacker group plans and executes their attacks. Now, based on these clues, they will be able to figure out how they were involved in the moonshot attack. So let's actually walk around and see if we can find a puzzle or a clue or something of interest. Let's see, there's a lot of computers. Interesting, okay. Oh, puzzle. Let's check it out. What is the abbreviation of the file name Wireshark opens that captures live network packet data from OSI model layer 2 through 7? This one I know. This would be PCAP. Cool. You got that one. So this is actually an example of some of the questions that competitors will go through. If you know, like this one. Let me go back into full screen. There you go. So this one is just an example. So in later down the road, we'll have puzzles on the walls. We'll have specific files that they can read and find like a flag. And this room will be populated with a lot of puzzles that competitors will use to essentially build their knowledge and find specific clues that will help them solve the crime. Now this is a hacker hideout, and you can see different cool banners, DEF CON on right here, and the Aerospace Village at DEF CON. Love it. So now let's actually check out the ground control station. And let me see if I can, there you go, cool. Okay. So this ground control station, and let me full screen this as well so we can get a better look. Let's see. Okay. So this is a ground control station, and this is Moonshot Satellite's headquarters. And in these headquarters, or this station, what they do is they manage and monitor each of the CubeSats flying in orbit. And the goal for competitors here is to find a clue in what happened with the hacked satellite. However, let's look around and see if we can find anything of interest. Let's say, so Moonshot Satellite, let's see if there's anything here. Normally there would be like flags hidden inside of images or panels. So that looks good to me. There's a lot of computers turned off. So what if there's a computer that's maybe turned on? Let's see, let's check over here. Seems like there isn't. Oh, this one is. Let's check it out. Once in orbit, the spacecraft will have two main forces exerting the grab onto it. Now, I'm really regretting sleeping through my physics class, so we're gonna have to take a really hard guess on this one. Let's see. Parabolic orbit and elliptical orbit, circular orbit and flat orbit, burn and space dust. Nah, I think it might be this one. So the tangential velocity and the gravitational pull. Let's try it out. Submit. All right, correct. So flag 93, the tangential velocity and the gravitational pull. So this flag right here, what competitors have to do is grab that flag and go over to the actual main application and input it for points. So if we go down to Control Center and we do flag 93 can be, if I can spell, the tangential velocity and gravitational pull. Bracket. Now, once competitors input this flag and click submit, they would receive points for that, and they could bring their team closer to winning. And for each flag that they input, depending on the difficulty of that flag, they will receive points. And those points are determined beforehand, and you know, based on that difficulty, like let's say a flag was a little bit harder to find, or it's super hidden somewhere, then they would receive more points than whereas if a flag is straight ahead of them in a picture or something like that. Now, these rooms, you know, may seem like these rooms uh, are just video games, but in reality, they're video games where you learn. Um, and one thing actually that's very interesting about this is I actually competed in the CCIC, I believe it was in 2017 and 2018. And in those competitions, we actually had physical events. So we would go over to the location over at Cal Poly, over at the base, and they would have um, physical rooms, physical locations where you would look through and try to find room or trying to find specific evidence. And I remember this one competition where they had like 40 different cars, and each team had to go through a car and search and find specific evidence. And one of the evidence pieces was actually a USB taped to the door. And I don't know, I found that super, super cool because it gave you that realistic feeling. And now that we're virtual, these rooms give that realistic feeling to competitors. Whereas if you're just looking through actual digital evidence, then you don't really know the general picture of what's going on. So here you can, you know, approach the realistic scene, um, get a visual for, you know, what's going on, what everything looks like, and you know, it's super helpful in not only figuring out what happened in the crime, but also expanding your cybersecurity and I guess physical searching skills. Um, and these rooms are, you know, they're more than that. They really, you may think these rooms are just, you know, to play around with, or they just have specific questions on cybersecurity, but for a student like me, it's it's opportunity. And by that, what I mean is that with these rooms, I was able to find an interest in cybersecurity and the overall industry, and it gave me an opportunity on finding that interest, developing my skills, and really understanding what all of this is about. And without these rooms or without this challenge at all, I probably wouldn't even be here. Um, because of these challenges, I found a major interest in cybersecurity, and I think a lot of competitors or students who come across these challenges will agree on that. These challenges have allowed me to develop my cybersecurity skills, to get a feel for what the industry is like, and really test my skills on a time constriction, because this competition normally ranges for 6 hours. And based off of that, it's a really important competition to me and to other competitors out there because of the opportunity that's there and the learning that comes from it. And you know, these rooms are extremely fun. There's going to be a couple more that competitors will go through, and there's going to be tons and tons of flags and questions and different puzzles that they'll have to try out. And I believe this is a really good way of learning because you implement that video game aspect that a lot of people are very familiar with and are very comfortable with, and you add the little cybersecurity spice to it so that students start learning and finding careers straight out of high school or straight out of college in this industry. So these are the reunion rooms. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm super excited for competitors to try this out. And yeah, thank you so much.